I love live streaming because it's so real quite often. I was watching a presentation by a fellow business coach, and she was trying to make the point as to why you don't want to just wing your live streams. Why you want to have everything set up perfectly and have it scripted and all this different stuff. And I'm a total F no to it. I pride myself on being authentic and real and coming to my audience, my tribe, very, very just real me, however that might be in any moment. But every now and then there's these moments where I sit down to do a live stream right after eating, and I go, even though I brushed my teeth, because I had cottage cheese and blueberries with some honey on it, and I put like 5 different seeds on my yogurt or my cottage cheese. And so I got like flaxseed and hemp hearts and all this different stuff. And I sat down and something said, you really need to like look in the, like use the camera really quick to look in your mouth. And I had like all these flax seeds in here, and I got now one stuck between my teeth. And maybe I should have gone and like grabbed the floss really quick and floss my teeth, but oh well. If the seed between my teeth really bugs you and makes you feel that I don't know what I'm talking about, or that I'm a horrible coach or something like that, well then so be it. You're probably not my tribe anyway. You can't handle a human thing like a seed stuck between teeth. Just like my cup, as I set it down, I went, oh man, my cup is completely wrecked. I came out of the dishwasher and like it got too hot. My cup got too hot. Sad, but it's interesting. There's a whole bunch of different mindsets around live streaming and being an online coach and everything. And some people believe that you need to have everything scripted. I know that I've gotten told in the past, boy, you must have like a massive amount of notes. I don't even see you reading them or looking at them, or how do you have it set up? And I go, I don't have notes. I sit down and I say, hey, Lord, what are we talking about today? And I wait until something comes into me, or I'm paying attention to different things that are going on and just the messages that my day will bring me around what the pertinent energy is that needs to be shared. And that's what I speak about. And then I just kind of try to get into, it takes me, like 5 minutes of a live stream to just get grounded in that live stream and get the messaging to come through so that it can kind of channel through per se. But it really is, it's just that, it's that tapping in to everything and just letting it flow through. And I think that is, like we live in this world where everything is scripted, where everything is so systematic and structured and cookie cuttered, and we're trying to present these perfect images, and and we're all comparing and judging and doing all this different stuff. Hey, morning Trey, all this comparing and judging, and we miss the realness to the point that we watch reality TV, which is a joke in itself. As being on a reality TV show last year, when I got the opportunity to go on Lifetime on Married at First Sight, I was, it's like reality TV. You're going to experience these people who, all this stuff, and what a bunch of just bunk. I mean, it just was not at all. My phone's doing that thing again. Hold on. There we go. I think it gets like, there's just humidity in the air here, so I think it kind of gets a little steamy. But when I was on Lifetime last year, there was nothing real about reality TV. Nothing real. I can tell you that, as I sat there for 3, 4, 5 hours doing this filming for the show, that, everything gets created very perfectly to, like in the stories that are told and the setups that happen, they're looking for real reaction, but they create a fictitious scene to get a reaction. And that happened, in different cases. It was just very, very interesting. I wonder how much of it I got set up on because I was told one thing and then something else was going on. And it was a beautiful experience. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely loved the experience. Fantastic. I would definitely do it again. It was just very interesting to experience reality TV and the lack of reality in reality TV, which just brings me back to the point of that we crave authenticity, we crave truth, we crave experiencing people in their raw, true essence. And, and all these years of being in relationship coaching and learning about the dynamics of relationships and everything, there's a lot of that us women are guilty of trying to present an image and this beautiful package to our mates. And then our mates, the men typically, they're just like, I just want her to be her. Like, I want her to be her. I want her to be real. Do I want, a hot, amazing woman? Of course, every man wants a beautiful woman, but beauty is really truly in the eye of the holder, and it is in our perception. And there's so much more than just this physical that makes a beautiful person. It is, can you really be real and authentic and really just true to yourself? Yesterday I had the privilege of meeting a family, and this family is the family of somebody that's very close to me. And it was my first time meeting the family, and I sat there, and I'm one of those people that unless you ask me a direct question, I'm not going to answer anything. I will not volunteer information willingly. You have to ask me a direct question, and you're going to get the answer to the question that you ask. Nothing more, nothing less. Like, boom, that's exactly what you're getting. And it was just interesting to experience the energy, the dynamics of a household. And as I told my lover, I said, I guess I don't get out much. It was such a beautiful experience, just the wholesome, beautiful experience of the witnessing of his family and everything. And it's so vastly different than my household and my family, because we are just so outspoken and open in my household, and I've raised children that are outspoken and open and very opinionated and everything. So it's just very interesting, which brings me to today's topic. Today's topic is about holding your energy. As some of you may have known who follow me, yesterday Addison Bell and I taught my ninth annual orgasm camp focused on female sexuality. So there's a lot of energy in O Camp. I can just tell you that. You can probably imagine. It's not nearly as sexy as you might think it sounds. O Camp, yes, it's about orgasm, but it is not. There's nothing really happening there as far as, like, you're not going to witness any sexual scenes or anything. We do go through basic stuff. There is a lab, there is a demonstration, but it is the showing of orgasmic energy. And it is, I've had people tell me, well, you just didn't do a good job of turning me on. I'm like, well, that was not what the workshop was about. It wasn't about your turn on. It was about your education, your understanding, your knowledge. That's what I am. I am a coach, an educator, not here to please your turn on in any fashion or form. So yesterday we had over 40 some odd people sitting in a classroom, and so it was a nicely packed class. We could have held another 10-15 people probably, I guess. I forgot how size of the room, in truth. I should have opened it up to more. But the energy in the room was this very, very interesting energy where I looked out and I saw some terrified people because we were discussing sex. We were discussing the female body. We were discussing turn-ons and turn-offs, the things that block women, the things that help women open up. We were discussing, everywhere from the mental to the emotional to the physical, about female sexuality and mindset and the ability to connect, intimacy and everything, and surrender, the big, bad, horrible word of surrender. So we discussed this, and it was interesting to watch the energy, the ebb and the flow as it transferred to facial expressions and body language in the room when we hit different key points. And I love doing workshops because ultimately I am a people watcher. I'm that person that will go to the coffee shop and just watch people because I just love learning about people. And just watching our audience, our students yesterday, and as they did this, and as the intensity in the room, because we go from seminar, which is 80% of the workshop is seminar, and then it's 20% experiential, so then we go into a demonstration, and then we move into a lab portion. So we build it so that people can definitely get all the content on the front side, and then if it gets too edgy for them, they're more than welcome to, of course, leave, and they can just leave and they don't have to witness the scary thing of a naked model going through orgasmic energy and everything, and the witnessing and the learning of the demonstration. But which normally people clear out during the demonstration piece, and then when we get to the lab piece, people definitely clear out. And we were down to maybe 10 people in the room by the time the lab portion came up, which is normal for the lab portion. But to just see that there was only one particular couple, they sat through the entire thing. They did not participate in the lab, but they sat there, and here's the thing, they held their energy. And if you guys are watching, good job. I was so proud of this couple, because she just was glowy. You could tell her enthusiasm for learning and for understanding, her desire, and it was just feeding her in so many different ways. It was just a yummy experience to witness her excitement level about the learning and what she was gaining from the whole experience. They never did any of the hands-on stuff, but they witnessed the entire demonstration. They witnessed everything, and he was so supportive of that, and just like his energy was so like just smooth and nice. And she was just this like, yeah, feed me more, tell me more. I'm learning. That sponge mindset that we see sometimes in our children when they have just learned something. They're like, hey, look at this. Look at what I've learned. Look at what I've built on, on Fortnite, on Minecraft, on something like that. I mean, like, at least my kids, they come to me and they're like, Mom, look at what I just did. They're so proud of what they're learning and what they're developing. And that was the energy of this young woman yesterday. She sat there, and I was just like, that's so encouraging. I wish that so many more people, because we have 40 some odd people, right? And I wish that everybody had taken on that mindset and could hold their energy the way this couple did, especially the way this young woman did. That she was just so beautiful in the holding of everything, because I am sure that she went through some like whoa moments and some butterflies in her stomach and some questioning and all this different stuff, but she held it. She didn't just shut herself down to it. She didn't shut down and go into this terror state, or this shutdown of, I'm not going to listen, I'm not going to hear, I'm not going to feel. She allowed herself to vocalize a few things during the workshop. She remained connective in energy. She wasn't whispering and making light of things and trying to deal with the energy in different ways. There was another couple who consistently, and if you're watching, hey, I'm calling you out. I don't remember exactly what your name was. Not that I call out names on here, but beep, beep, here comes the bus. There was one couple who whispered the entire workshop. And they sat there and they just like that, and then was giggling. Not that there's anything wrong with exchanging communication during a workshop scenario or any time at all, or even having some laughter. The lesson that I want you to learn today is that when energy gets intense in our body, and energy, as I told class yesterday, I said, if you're some of those people that go, energy, that's just a bunch of hoopla, blah 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 bullshit stuff, like I'm not buying into the new age word of energy, or I'm not buying into the quantum world, or anything like that. I don't understand what you mean by energy. Energy is, I turn on my power switch and the lights come on, and that's great, and that's what energy is. So if that is what energy means to you, I want you to just translate the word energy to feeling, because when I say energy, what I am saying to you is the feeling that the sensation or the emotion that is being triggered in your bodies. Okay, so it's your mental, emotional, physical bodies. The feeling that is being triggered in your mental, emotional, physical bodies. That is what I mean by energy in this conversation. So this particular couple, it was one of those things that, number one, I think that they were thinking that class was going to be something that I never said that it was going to be. So there was no porn stuff going on, right? There was nothing like that. I'm like, that was a class a few years ago that I didn't even teach. Tristan taught that one, and yeah, beautiful workshop, but that's just not my cup of tea. But when we experience this high level of energy in any particular thing, and I'm just going to use my workshop because there is a lot of energy there, you you feel this inside your body. So you might feel sweaty palms. You may feel some flushed energy coming, some flushed feeling where you're just feeling, sticky on other places. And maybe your heart you can feel heat coming from here. Maybe you feel turn on and you feel turned on in your genitals. Maybe you feel butterflies in your stomach, or a tension, tightness in your shoulders, tightness in your neck. Maybe your bottom starts to hurt because you're sitting in a funky way. Maybe you start feeling a twitch in your foot, or an itch someplace that you normally don't itch because there's something going on. All of a sudden I get people where they start to go like this, and they're like, I don't know why I'm itching all of a sudden. That is energy dispersing in the body. Okay, so it's moving through, and it's moving through your physical body, and it is coming out in different ways. So we get it in some sort of sensation that is being triggered to us, whether that is a physical sensation, an emotional sensation. One woman, she broke down in tears during the workshop, during the seminar portion. She had a lot of emotion coming up, and she had tears flowing because of all the energy, the feeling that was going on in her body. Now, when we have these things happen, we're never taught how to deal with them. We're not taught how to deal with our feelings, with our emotions, with sensations in our body, with the energy. Okay, we are not taught how to deal with this, so we try to get it out of our system in some fashion. That's why when weird situations, awkward situations, high energy situations start to come up, somebody will just bust out in laughter, like that, or sex gets talked about, because this is a high energy conversation. Anytime you like if I put sex in the title of one of my conscious coffees, it's going to have one of the best viewing, and and I don't even have to talk about sex. It just has to be in the title, right? It's nothing really sexy going on. I can do something completely different. But because it is a trigger word, because it has so much energy around it, because we have so much shame and so much blockage around it, it's taboo to even say the word sex, right? Ooh, that's evil, that's sinful, especially on a Sunday, and here I am. What it does is it adds this frequency in our body. So we get all of this energy going, and it starts to manifest in different ways in our physical, emotional bodies, and we don't know what to do with it. So we go, I need to disperse this stuff out. I need to get rid of it because I feel not normal. So we laugh, we whisper, we make jokes, we get sarcastic, we have physical things happen like sweaty palms, nervous twitches, sometimes anger might come up, or we just kind of shut down and we try to hold it this way because we have guilt and shame coming up in our system, fear coming up in our system. We might feel like we're on center stage, like we're being judged when nobody is even looking at us or giving a rat's rear end about anything. But we might have all of this come through, and it is all triggers of us not being able to hold our energy. So, title of today is Hold Your Energy. And here's the thing. When we practice holding our energy, so instead of whispering and making fun or laughing out loud on something because we don't know what to do with it because it's like, oh, they talked about sex, and then we turn into 3-year-olds all of a sudden, or 5-year-olds that are like just learned this word called sex, and they know that they don't know anything about it, but it's really curious at the same time. So they start giggling about anything, like, oh, I saw a butt, like that, and it's the giggle. That immaturity level of holding our energy brings up so many other things. When we practice holding it and allow ourselves to go deeper into what is really going on. So here we go into the shadowlands of self. When we go into the shadowlands of self and we really start to tap into different areas, we now witness these areas that have wounding, that are harboring different negative belief structures that probably are not even ours, but have been put on us, we have bought into over the course of our time frame, that are holding us back. The witnessing, the holding of our energy can break us free to accessing back to the beginning of Conscious Coffee when I'm talking about authentic self here, right? Yeah, you should know with me, I'm always looping back around to the original conversation, which is authentic, right? It's about our authenticity. We cannot be authentically us We cannot be truly us if we are hiding in any way from ourselves. So when we choose to not hold our energy and witness ourselves at a deeper level, when we choose to just fall into that 5-year-old insecurity base and try to nervously twitch ourselves out of something, I'll just put it that way, like have these weird little things, social cues and stuff that we just don't know how to deal with something. So instead of just holding it and going, like, what is really going on here, then what we do is we offset that energy, we mask ourselves to ourselves, and what is inside of us that is actually holding us back from our true power, our true nature, our light, and the comforts in just being us, because we should all just be comfortable in being who we are, because each person is beautiful and unique in themselves, and we just need to love ourselves, be compassionate towards ourselves, have grace for ourselves, right? When we hold the energy, we can start to access that compassion, that grace, that love, because we're going to witness those shadowlands, and then we can start to let go of the shadowlands by the witnessing, by the recognizing that they're even there. When we choose to just let that nervous energy, that's insecurity out in all these different ways, kind of like the couple who chose to laugh and giggle. What they did was they took their presence level, this particular couple, when they were laughing and they were giggling and they were making jokes and they were saying all these things, and it was a very negative energy coming from them. Sorry if you're watching, but you had negative energy coming from, and it was this negative energy coming from them because of the way it was just almost like they were talking undertone about everything. And I told Addison later, I said, I almost had a mean teacher moment come out, because I wanted to say, do you have something to share with the class? Because it was that disruptive to her and I in our teaching, and it was definitely disruptive to the whole class. So in my view, I'm like, if you don't have something, if you don't agree with what's going on, you're more than welcome to vocalize it. You're more than welcome to start, like a little bit of a debate here, or you can just remove yourselves, or you can be really mature and you can learn how to hold your energy and take yourself inward and ask yourself, where is this setting me off? Where is this digging up some of my own crap that I actually need to deal with? And be very present in the moment, because when we do this dispersing of our energy, we take away our presence of the moment. And when we take away our presence of the moment, not only are we not authentically being ourselves, because we're not tapping into who we are in that moment, we're not tapping into our power, we're in our immature emotional state of being, right? That little kid in us is running amok. But what we're also doing is we are losing the moment. We are losing the presence. We're losing the connection because we're uncomfortable with the connection. So I ask you today to kind of do a self-inventory on this, and just do a noticing throughout the next day or two of where you catch yourself letting go of the energy sooner than where it starts to feel uncomfortable, strange, weird, nervous, something like that, where it rises up and you find yourself doing different things. Figure out what your little things are, your little, like release mechanisms are to deal with something that you're not comfortable with. And why are you doing that? And the more you can catch that, the more you can go, oh, I just did this. Like, if you're like one of those people that just start tapping in nervous moments and you just start tapping your leg like that, that is nervous energy. And what are you doing? All your attention now, there's this energy that is captivating your attention in your leg. So how present can you actually be when you're really tapping the crap out of your leg, right? Not to mention, look at the disruption that you're causing to the connection between you and whatever or whomever else is right there with you. Okay, so just realize that that kind of stuff, because we all are guilty of this. We all have these little things that we do, but the more we can catch ourselves, the less the mask is there, the closer to our true, amazing, awesome self we are, to that authentic self, and the more truth is coming out of us so that we can actually get to intimacy, to connection, and to our personal power, so that we can be seen, be revealed, and be comfortable in our own skin, because we are human beings. We're not perfect. We are all works in progress, but doing that kind of work of going inward and taking off the mask is definitely one of the most powerful things that we can do. So check and see where your triggers are today. And if you are some of the people that I've talked to, well, thank you for coming to the workshop. Thank you for the lessons of today that I get to bring to everybody else's attention. And for everybody else that came to the workshop, amazing group, by the way. It really was a beautiful workshop yesterday. Lots of energy for everybody. I love Orgasm Camp. It is definitely one of the best workshops of the year. Something that no matter where my coaching practice takes me, I think I will always be doing an O Camp in August. So, and anyways, August should be an orgasmic month. It's my birthday month, so I'm like, it's always orgasmic. I love August. So yeah, let me see. Announcements. I will be having a September workshop coming up where I get to show some of the magic of Tantra and Tantric touch, because I do these little magic tricks where I don't even touch somebody and they get orgasmic energy running through them. So I'm going to be teaching on that. I will also be down in Austin in December 13th, 14th, and 15th, teaching at the Tantric festival down there this year. I will be one of the facilitators. I've got 2 workshops that I will be sharing with everybody. One of them will be just this on the quantum world of Tantra, and then I will also be talking about how to manifest through our orgasm. So if you are in the Texas area, if you are in Austin, San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, or can get your buns here December 13th, 14th, and 15th, know that we are having our first Tantric festival. This festival is on the East Coast and on the West Coast already, and it is now going to make its way here to the state of Texas in December. So I'm very excited to be able to participate in that. I'm going to be seeing a lot more information coming out on that now that everything is lined up, and we have kind of reached that point where advertising definitely needs to start happening around that. So if you are in the area interested, if you want information on that, definitely reach out to me. I can send you the link to the tickets and the registration and information on everybody, so you can see who the facilitators are and all that good stuff about the festival as well. Other than that, September I will be doing a quantum tantric show for everybody, and teaching on those principles here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area as well. And then let me see, later this month I'm going to be teaching Superwoman Success Secrets from Mexico, because my guide booked a trip to Mexico, because that's what I said that I wanted, and he's so amazing. He listened to me. I said, all I want to do for my birthday is go sit on the beach, snorkel, swim, enjoy a little bit of tequila, some sun, some beach. So that is what we are off to do at the end of this month. It's just that, to go and enjoy Mexico, which I absolutely love. Riviera Maya area especially. It's one of my favorite destinations. And we'll be there, and I will be teaching Superwoman Success Secrets for mompreneurs of today. So look for that information to be coming out. If you are a mompreneur, if you are interested in taking advantage of this one-day intensive global workshop that I will be teaching here on Facebook, definitely message me in the comment section, or message me, PM me about that, and I can get you the details, because it has not been released yet. It will be coming out here this week, and it's going to be an amazing workshop teaching you moms out there how you can rock your shit out and truly be Superwoman, but not be exhausted. So take it from the mama of 7 here, entrepreneur for the last 20 some odd years of her life. How do I get it all done and still have time for travel and love and romance and health and well-being, and keep my house clean too, and have dynamic relationships like I do, and put out the content that I do? I'm going to be showing you exactly what I do to be that Superwoman mompreneur of today. And with that, I'm going to let you guys be. I'm going to wish you a happy, blessed Sunday. I love you guys. I will be on here tomorrow, of course, with another Conscious Coffee. If I've said anything here that matters to you, that made you think of somebody, please hit the share button. If you're catching this on replay, let me know in the comment section that you're catching it on replay. I love to hear your comments, your thoughts, your opinions, your critiques, your everything. Please share, share, share. Your words do matter to me. I love you guys, and I will catch you tomorrow with another Conscious Coffee. You can always follow me at www.kendalwilliams.com. And remember, stop existing, start living. Love you guys.